Welcome to Stanley, Scuba, Sailing, and Adventures. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
This is the sailing vessel Rum Rations. First time raising a sail. It's the end of May and really the end of sailing season, and I finally got everything on the boat squared away and ready to raise the sails for the first time. I've made some friends in the marina and everyone's very nice and willing to help. As I mentioned in my previous video, my friend Andrew from the YouTube channel H2O Kiwi had come for a visit, and we weren't able to get the boat out of the slip due to extremely high winds. Anyway, I was really anxious to get the boat out of the slip for the first time and go out for a sail. I decided I'd just go out for a solo sail. I asked Carl, my friend from a couple slips down in the marina, if he'd help me shove off, because I was a little concerned about leaving the slip for the first time single-handed. And Carl said, well, if you want some company, I don't necessarily have anything else to do today. I'd be happy to come along. So Carl jumped aboard and we headed out. Rum Rations draws nearly 6 feet of water. As a result, I need to look at the tide when I come and go from the marina and try to come and go close to high tide. So that means I have a fairly narrow window, 3 or 4 hours around high tide, to come and go safely from the marina. In reality, that window is probably much larger, but I tend to be very conservative when it comes to sailing. In addition, leaving the inlet, it's best to leave around slack tide. It's like a river coming and going through the inlet during maximum flood. And if you're working your way against it in a sailboat that doesn't move very quickly, you can find that you may not be moving at all, or very, very slowly. The inlets are much more challenging than I had anticipated, but if you pay attention and know what to do, it's not too bad. Anyway, having a good weather day and a tide that was timed appropriately, we headed out. We motored out into the Atlantic. It was actually the first time that I'd taken the boat out of the inlet. There were very light winds and the sea was like glass. After we motored about a mile or so out of the inlet, Carl hoisted the jib and it filled with what little wind there was. These were actually perfect conditions, for a test sail anyway. I certainly didn't want to put the sail up for the first time in big winds to find out I had some sort of problem. The sail worked wonderfully, and we actually sailed for a little bit on just the jib. I didn't want to put the mainsail up today. I really just wanted to focus on the jib and the rigging for the jib, and we didn't have a lot of time either. So we sailed for about an hour on just the jib, and it was quite pleasant. With a light wind, we didn't move very fast. We only did a couple knots, but it was relaxing. I'd mounted the GoPro and the GoPro 360 on the rail, and I let the cameras run until they ran out. So I had about an hour of footage, and I decided to make a second video in the manner of slow TV. So that'll be coming, be posted here. I'm curious how many folks enjoy the slow TV. I like to have it on when I'm working. I have a second monitor and I'll put on a slow TV video, maybe one of my own or someone else's, and just let that play. It's nice to look up and see that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the GoPro 360 video from this voyage. Perhaps I'll make a virtual reality video as well. Probably not quite as long as the slow TV version. As I said, it's the end of May and it's really very near the end of sailing season, at least for Florida. Hurricane season starts in June and runs through the end of September. So it won't be long and I'll be closing the boat up for hurricane season. I hope to get in at least one more sail and get the mainsail up at least once. But for today, I'm happy with just the jib. I enjoy the open water so much more than the Intracoastal. Lots of space out here. You don't have to worry about running into other vessels. Well, not nearly as much as you do in the Intracoastal. And you don't have to be that far offshore to feel that you're really far offshore. As you can see here, it looks like we're a great distance, but really it's only a couple of nautical miles we're off. I appreciate you being part of this journey with me, and I enjoy your comments and feedback. Well, before we knew it, it was time to roll up the jib and head home. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.